There is no such thing as a healthy vegetarian. Another one seed planted in our minds that can grow into something which, for me, it stopped me promoting vegetarianism to anybody for 8 years as a personal trainer. People would come to me and said, man, I don't want to eat animals. And I'm like, too bad, you have to. You're going to die if you don't. You can't be healthy. What are you talking about? So it's just so amazing, some of the things that stick in our head. And so a good lesson there. The lesson there is that we should always use our voice. There's so many voices that are saying things that are the opposite of what we're trying to achieve, you know? So many myths, so many lies, and we're the only ones that are going to promote this very, very important message. No one else is going to do this for us. This got me inspired to learn about vegetarianism, and I cut meat from my diet, and I felt so much better because I was eating a lot of meat. I mean, I was eating as much meat as I could. I was working on a cruise ship. It was buffets every meal, and I thought I was really making the most of my time there, stacking my plates up. I felt so good after just a few days of not eating meat. I felt very inspired to learn why that was. Is there something to this? Is this actually something I could continue doing? Because I feel good, and there might be something to this. So I started researching, and I learned that actually, as most people here I'm sure know, there are so many benefits for our health for not consuming animal products. So many, reducing our chances of heart disease and cancers, and diabetes, and obesity, and osteoporosis, the biggest killers that are threatening our world today when it comes to human health. And I decided, all right, I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to stick with this for my own health. But I couldn't help but learn a lot of other people's reason for being vegetarian. And it's not for their health, it's for the animals. I was never an animal lover, far from it. I usually put people in 3 categories. You either love animals, or you like animals, or you don't really like animals. And I was definitely C. I did not really like animals. I thought they were dirty, I thought they were slobbery, I just thought they were annoying. I didn't like them. Even I had a dog at home, I was like, didn't want to hang out. Sorry, Bruce. That is how I thought about animals, you know? There's hope for anybody. So for me, I saw all these people who were going vegetarian for animals, and I just did not get it. I'm like, why would you bother changing your lifestyle for these things? They're not even much more intelligent than plants. You know, I don't get it. But I was intrigued, and I was starting to become a little bit more open-minded, because just even learning that we can be healthy without consuming animal products, that alone was a massive revelation for me as a personal trainer who thought they knew what they were talking about after 8 years in the health industry. So I was starting to become open-minded. Maybe there's more than meets the eye going on around here. And so I start looking into these documentaries people are recommending me. Earthlings. How dare they recommend me that right off the bat? What should I watch? Watch Earthlings. I'm like, oh yeah, that was not as chill as I was expecting. So I'm sure most people have seen Earthlings. Shows all the ways that animals are exploited and killed for humans, for food, clothing, entertainment, and medical testing. Right in the deep end, man. It's graphic, it's horrific. You would not wish the things you see in that documentary on your worst enemy. And in fact, we do not treat the worst offenders on this planet anywhere near as badly as the way I was seeing that we treat the most innocent and vulnerable beings on this planet. So cruel, so violent, so much torture and killing. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I had seen similar before because my brother had told me to watch this documentary, You'll Never Eat Meat Again. I was like, there's no documentary that could make that happen. So I'd watch it, and nothing. I saw animals being slaughtered. I didn't feel anything for them. There's a good quote that comes to mind. It's a Buddhist quote, and it says that eating of animal products extinguishes the seed of great compassion. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but it kind of feels true for me in this particular moment when I watched the footage of the slaughterhouse and what happens to the animals, and I felt nothing, completely numb to it. I said to my brother, if you want to feel guilty about this, that's up to you. I'm not going to feel guilty about it. I'm a human. I need to eat animal products to survive and be healthy. So that makes no sense to me. But when I watched Earthlings, with a new perspective, knowing that we do not need to kill and eat animals to be healthy, I had to ask myself the question, if we don't need to kill and eat animals to survive and thrive, what are we doing this to them for? Why would we subject them to this horror show? I thought everyone loved animals. I thought everyone was against animal cruelty. And even though I wasn't an animal lover, I know oppression when I see it. I know cruelty and suffering when I see it. And I don't want to go through those things. So why would I want to put someone else through those things? I couldn't justify it. So I decided, all right, vegetarian for the animals. Wasn't expecting that to happen. Neither was anybody I knew. I started telling people I knew, and they're like, you don't even like animals, and you love meat. I'm like, yeah, but this is serious stuff, man. You know, I'm eating other foods, they're delicious, they're healthy, I'm feeling good. I don't understand why you don't want to do this. And you might have noticed the reaction from some people when you tell them what you're learning. Don't tell me I don't want to know. Bacon, 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 you know, all these kind of jokes come out, and even people who you think should care, people who do love animals and strongly feel against animal cruelty, they don't want you to spoil their dinner. They don't want to know about it. It's interesting, and I didn't understand it at the time. But I decided this was important to me. And after speaking with this Indian man who taught me to start thinking about animals differently, and then learning about what happens to them and all the health benefits, I became very passionate, almost straight away. It just seemed like this huge secret that I'd never known about that mattered so much, and I just felt like animals didn't have a voice that I knew of. So when this man who was very wise and sent me down this rabbit hole, I said, how do you know all this? How do you know so much interesting information? He said, meditation. And I was like, I'm not going to be doing any of that. So what book did you read? Is there any good titles for me? He said, I learned this through meditation. I said, yeah, but I don't really have time to just sit around with my legs crossed all day. Like, I've got stuff to do, man. And he said, if you want to learn this kind of thing, that's what you've got to do. And I was like, all right, meditation it is. I booked in for a 10-day silent meditation course called Vipassana. You go to this place, you meditate 10 hours a day for 10 days. Deep end. This is me. This is what I do. You'll learn more. I go to this place. My family, before I get there, they're like, you're still vegetarian? You know, I got off the cruise ship. Like, you're still vegetarian? We heard. Like, people called us, man. Everyone's worried about me. I said, yeah, I am. You're going to be vegetarian soon too. Sit down. Earthlings, we're watching it. It's going to be serious stuff, man. Because they're good people. I wanted them to, you know, learn and get the benefits as well. I go to this meditation, I start meditating 5 days in, I'm going deep, man. I've never done anything like this before. It's full on, you don't speak, you don't look at anyone, you meditate 10 hours a day. And then on the 5th day, I had this very strange experience where something came over me, this strong vibration, energy thing. I don't know, man, it was a really weird feeling. And I was like, what's going on here? So I just observed it. That's what the technique tells you to do. Observe the physical sensations, remain accepting, and I was just like trying to do it. And then I thought, after it passed, I think that was my body trying to get me to speak. It had been 5 days, you know, it had things to say. So calm down, 5 more days. And it got me thinking, I wonder how long you could do this for. I wonder how long you could go without speaking. Imagine doing another month. That would be pretty hard. Imagine doing another year. That's kind of a good idea, sort of. Something different out there. You know, that's kind of up my alley. If I thought of this on a regular Tuesday, it would not have been a good idea. But when you've done a whole bunch of meditation, you just think everything's a good idea. You're so positive. So I blame the meditation and I blame this Indian man. I thought, all right, this is actually, there's something to this. This could be cool, you know, something different. But I can't just get home and go, guess what, everyone, I'm vegetarian, and everyone start freaking out. And I can't get home from this meditation and go, guess what, everyone, I'm not going to talk for a whole year. They're going to be like, you're smoking something, aren't you? All right, I need a cause, I need some reason to do this. What have I got? I care very much about people's health. But what else do I care about? My newfound passion for animals. very strong. I've been a vegetarian for 3 months, but man, did I care about this. It seemed so important. I thought maybe I could do this for animals. They're voiceless, I'll be voiceless. That is good, that works. Is this a good enough cause? Is this a big enough reason? I start researching more. I learn all about the environmental benefits and the environmental devastation of what we do because of animal agriculture. The leading cause of deforestation, species extinction, habitat loss, ocean dead zones, greenhouse gas emissions, truly a disaster happening on this planet right now. That's a big reason. I learned.
Remember guys, binge on life, purge negativity and starve guilty feelings. Speak to you all soon and love you so much.